And then the music finally stops. Pretty good theme, to be honest. I actually had to go and find it out myself. It's pretty nice. But, what? If you're streaming for more than 2 hours, then I should still be here when it's my birthday. Well, let's go for it then, shall we? By the way, happy birthday yet again, my dude. It is good to see ya. So, we are back, and we are going to be playing today. Hey, Dark Sherry, good to see you again. How you been? But yeah, figured to play some more Dark Souls 3 today. Playing more of the, Convergence mod, but we're going for part 2. Off stream I've been playing, long time no Twitch. Indeed. When I did come back, I didn't see a lot of names and so on. I assumed everyone was doing their own thing, which makes sense, I couldn't catch everyone at once, but it's good to be back, One thing though is that I've been playing a lot of Oblivion recently, and I was thinking to myself, we should play Oblivion, and I need to mod it, but that's just the problem, is being able to follow the videos, implementing the mods, and so on. And that's going to be the interesting part, because there's so many good mods out there that the fans have created over the years from a game that was created, in 2008? Oh yeah. It's the amount of stuff they put, I would say one of my favorites is seeing it on one of the Wilburger videos. They had made a mod that made a better quest for Mannimarco. Huh? It's still a thing. Bob! Yep. Join Bob the God on there. Absolutely. We are going to get rid of that anytime soon. Yep, all the old things are still there. We should be good. By the way, it seems like Steam is having a bit of a problem on the toolbar recently, or the taskbar, whichever you want to call it. For whatever reason, I just can't get it to work. It goes on this, and then I can't, do anything whatsoever afterwards. So, oh yeah. Standard theme, of course. Awesome as it is. But yeah, it's good to see you all guys here again. But we are playing modded Dark Souls 3. Now, Dark Souls 3 has gotten a lot of attention as of late when it comes to, say, the modding community, when it comes to, complete overhauls and so on. We have a bunch of, let's say, there's this new one, Call of the Abyss, I think that is. That's one of the new ones. One of the new ones. I still remember when you created Bob the God. Hey, Bob the God's eternal. You know it is. Absolutely forever. But, yeah. Elden Ring is just Dark Souls 3 mod. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We all thought it would be a fable. We all thought it would be a mystery. We all thought it would be something more akin to a myth. But lo and behold, Elden Ring exists. But apparently people can get it on PS4, so it said on the trailer. And I was looking at that and I was like, on the PS4, it's like, I understand where people are saying, yeah, Elden Ring on the PS4. But I'm thinking to myself, I think it'll melt PS4s, quite honestly, because of how big the game looks, and plus, it be getting a noticeably downgraded version of the game. It's like what I got. I got, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I thought to myself, yeah, that'd be cool. Let's get it on the PS4. But getting games like, say, what if today we got Oblivion on the PS5? Could you imagine the graphics I would have now? Now, personally, I feel like Bethesda has taken a very big misstep in my mind by not re-releasing... Huh? Look what happened with Cyberpunk? Oh, God. I've heard horror stories. I've heard it's gotten better, but that doesn't excuse how bad it was on launch. It's just, they've had so much time, and it was a very ambitious title, but they just, I don't know what they did, man. They screwed it up somehow. And I was very eager to buy it. I was very eager to get it since The Witcher 3 was my first introduction to CD Projekt Red, and I thought to myself, yeah, these guys are awesome, these guys are great, these guys are really gonna go far. They're one of the few gaming companies that I could really look towards and say, hey, we can believe in them, rather than EA or Activision or Hacktivision at the time. And people were like, yeah, go Cyberpunk. Didn't live long, did it? Not at all. It just sort of went under the bus, and it's just, oh god, it was so botched. It felt horrible. But some of the new games coming out here look like they're gonna be good. Look like they're gonna be fun for the for what Sony had showed us recently. God, what was that one with the? I'm thinking about trying to think about like the name of it. There was this one girl, which I forgot her name. I can't remember for the life of me. And it was like a mix between like say 2B and someone said it was a mix between 2B and Bayonetta. I forgot what video said it was like that, but it was this woman going around destroying these robots in like super slow motion, and the particle effects were absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I believe it was done by a Korean studio, if I'm not mistaken, but I have no idea what the name of the game is. I'll have to look at it again here. But yeah, the games that we got lined up here look like they're going to be pretty good, and I'm excited. In all honesty, I'm excited to see what we got for the PS5 coming out. Granted, if, they actually get PS5s to be normal again, and that's the problem. Only like 3 people in existence own like a PS5. It's really unfortunate because, of course, scalpers this year has hit PS5s very, very, very hard. And when a lot of people don't buy their stuff, it's like, guess what's going to happen? A lot of people aren't going to be able to care or even want to buy a PS5 that's been sold or uppriced by, a massive amount. It's like, I was looking on Amazon, right? And I was looking on stuff like that and looking at all these other sites. And they're saying, yeah, a PS5. I'm like, alright, see what the prices are. Right? What will I do good on my test? The 8-ball says, yes. Believe in the 8-ball. Credible source, 100% every time. Never inaccurate. But, yeah. I was looking at that and I was like, $1,000 something or USD for the other audiences over on the other side of the pond. Looking at that, I was like, for even the disc one or even the digital version of the PS5, I was like, why would I pay $1,000 something when I could buy it for like $500 or $600 over here? It's like they upprice it just by a huge amount just because of people wanting to get it. There's demand for it, and it's just so scummy. It's just so scummy. And there's gonna be those people who don't know how much it's really worth, and then they just overspend on it. And they're like, hey, I got my kids this Christmas gift, and it's like, oh, that's cool, that's great. How much did you pay for it? Oh, it was a bit much. It was like thousands or something. I was like, what? God, it's there has to be something better out there. Plus, they said they were gonna release the PS5 again, but they did so with lesser specs. And I'm no expert on the market. I'm no expert on these sort of things, of course. I'm not gonna claim to be either. But releasing a worse version of the console didn't make any sense to me. When I heard something like that, it was like, why would they sell an underpowered console? Granted, a huge slew of the PS5s are bought, so you would think with all the money that they had received, they would create the same level of hardware, if not, something more. But that would make sense. That makes sense. They much did that, like, say, with the PS3 when it came out. They had different versions of it on the fly. Like, they had, like, the first edition, which could play, like, say, PS2 games. And that was a big thing, backwards compatibility. That's one thing absolutely everyone lost their stuff over. It's like, yeah, let's play my PS2 games, I amassed this huge collection. And the PS2 was at the height of what it was for gaming such a long time ago. You have a fat for it. Yeah, I suppose I do. Yeah, it was something that everyone would love to talk about. It was something that everyone wanted. Because when the PS3 came out, the thought of backwards compatibility was just thought to be expected. And knowing that the PS4 itself didn't have it, and the PS5 seemingly does to a point, it's it's clear to see that some of the things that fans have wanted for years just I don't think it's gonna happen, and it's greatly unfortunate because I, like many other people, would like to see the same thing. His 300 mana and his rank is 1,000 out of 1,137. Gamble 300. Alright. But, yeah. I'm excited to see what we're going to do here today. And, yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys for a bit. Figured, why not? Get some stuff on the chest. Sure to, shoot some random stuff here. Why not? Have a little bit of fun with that. And, yeah, let's get to it, shall we? We're going to have to go big picture right away. So there might be a bit of a problem here and there. It's to be expected, though. Like, unfortunate, but it's chest day every day. Oh man, chest day, that's something I'll have to get back to eventually here. I'm more focusing on cardio more than anything. Chest day is best day? Right next to legs? I don't know. I've always liked leg day over chest day personally. Leg day, back day, oh my god, back day is the best. Back day is supreme. What? Oh, I remember someone making that a while back ago. I forgot who it was. I forgot who made that. But thank you nonetheless. I appreciate that. But let's press Steam here. It's immediately going to bring us to like big picture. So let's go for it. And let's take this chord right over here. I really need to play a modded version of Oblivion, like I was saying at the beginning of all this. Because Oblivion is example of a fan loving a game, or fans rather loving a game. It isn't, I suppose. Don't jerk yourself off with that. Right? I'm not going to, trust me. I'm not going to get an ego boost from any of that. You're still a fathead. Actually, yes. Most of people's heads are made of fat. So we are technically fatheads. You're not wrong. I'm playing Rocket League again. Hey, there we go. There is one guy who likes Rocket League, and that's the guy who's also in chat. That is Judgment Wing. He enjoys it. Oh god. No. Yeah, I can't access like the regular thing a bit, which is really weird. I hate when that happens. Okay, so we should be good, relatively speaking. RC soccer. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, hey, there you go. Gotten to champion recently. That's something to brag about. There you go. Alright, what do we got here? Big picture. Alright. Let's go for it. Library. Yep, playing a lot of Oblivion and so on. I make like a lot of different characters for many different plays. Like, that's what I do for every creative game I like to play. Every game that likes to have a lot of versatility. I often have a lot of variety, so to speak. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there it goes. Duos. I hate singles with a passion. Yeah. I suppose it could be annoying after a while. But let's get into this. This is going to crash very often, more than likely. Low game. Alright, who are we playing as? We're going to play King of the Hobo. No. There we go. We were playing the Druid. I never actually truly sat down and fully committed to Rocket League. It seemed like a pretty okay game. It seemed like it'd be pretty awesome. Personally, I just never sat down with it. I don't think I would anytime soon. It just never appealed to me, unfortunately. Okay, let's think about where we are at currently. So we are technically okay, press this here. They don't have bow for whatever reason. Like, that's the main thing from Dark Souls 1 I always appreciated. But we have the Verdant Blade. We have the Thing from the Thing movies, of course. Now say what you will, but as far as when it comes to horror, the thing really makes me creeped out because it's like parasitic and it mimics the human mind and whatnot, and it's like, ugh. It's like one of those things you'd never expect to see or hope to see even. But who are we up against? We have the Estus Flask and we have the Ashen Estin Flask. But the question is, who are we up against? Alright, so we haven't really taken down High Lord Wolnir. We made it to Archdragon Peak. We killed the sages, so to speak, but we had not killed... Wait, did we kill the giant stone demon? I think we did. Farron Key Perimeter. We have not gone after the Dude Bros yet. Alright, we haven't killed Cayman or whatever his name was. I'm very bad at names, especially when it comes to this mod. It's a very fun mod though. Let's try going after Wolnir. Yeah, let's go after Wolnir. Wolnir should be a lot easier in comparison, but we'll see. We'll see. His HP might be tankier than anything else we'd ever seen though. Because in this version of the update, I've realized, they give bosses a incredibly high amount of HP. Unfortunately, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, as some bosses could definitely use more. But there is certain things to where I'm like, it's kind of a lot. Oh god, that leg! Oh, that leg's gotta screw us up. Alright, take care of some of that HP. Instead, let's abuse this here. Hopefully that leg is not consistently here, even though we shouldn't be having any leg considering the fact that we're not playing online. Ugh. Is there like a storm going on or something? Maybe. There might be some electrical interference. That or else I probably have too much data where I need to delete some stuff. Alright. Let's just wait for a few seconds as we want to go into the fight with full HP. But judging from that, we should be in a better position, so to speak. We're gonna have to summon our sewer boy inside. Because if we do so now, I've realized the summons don't actually go in with you. I think that's just a limitation of the mod, but it happens. Oh. New Wolnir! What? That hit me all the way over here. Huh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Ooh, that actually got me. That one I was foolishly going into. Oh, ouch. What? Ah, I must have mistimed that. Ooh, wow, that's scaling though. Oh wow, I'm still alive, surprisingly. Aw, oh, crap. I don't know this boss well enough. Got him! Oh! Okay, so that might be way too loud. We're gonna turn that down a lot. Are you guys still there? I am so sorry if that was way too loud. I had no idea that was even loud for me for as far as when music is concerned. So I couldn't imagine how loud it was for you guys. Sorry about that. Alright. Hey, y'all, how's it going? Hey, Zayd, what's going on, my dude? Good to see you again. What is going on, brother? There we go. Bit of hiccups, sorry about that. Gravelord Relic. Alright. We got some stuff going on here. We just destroyed Wolnir. Absolutely chokeslammed him. Just got off work, I'm tired, yeah. I get ya, I know the feeling. Being tired sucks, my dude. Alright. Oh, shit! Whoo! Whoa! That must be a glitch of the game. Whoa, that was a jump scare. I didn't expect my boy to come out of nowhere again. Might hop on some Dragon Ball FighterZ later. Hey man, go for it. If it sounds like fun and if you're having fun with it, you know, that's what you're meant to do, you know? Meant to have all that fun. Alright. But hey, you know, take some of the edge off, play some video games. It's always fun. But yeah, you know, oh my god. Just that Wolnir fight. I didn't think I was going to come out of that one, quite honestly. He had my number for the most part. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What are we going for here? We could go for more dexterity, but then again we have like int and faith we could work with, which we're more of an int build. Let's work on some of that health. We have little to no health. We are squishy. But yeah, man. It's, you know, regarding Dragon Ball Z at least, or at least Dragon Ball in any sense, I am very excited for, like, Dragon Ball Super Part 2, so to speak, to be, well, animated. Because Dragon Ball Super was pretty fun, but I noticed, like, in Z, Goku was a lot more serious and smarter than his Super counterpart. Unfortunately. Alright, so we have this High Lord Wolnir. We could take that back with us, but the problem is we're not necessarily a faith build, so I'm not sure exactly what we can use for that. Travel, Firelink Shrine. I haven't even beaten this, not even with my main character. I've not even beaten this mod yet, which this mod's pretty fun, not gonna lie. I really recommend it to anyone who wants to get into this mod to begin with. It is the Dark Souls 3 Convergence, or rather Convergence mod. It is a very fun mod, to be honest, a very enjoyable one, and I think that's well worth your money. Here, let me turn that down a bit. That was a bit loud for, like, the voice-wise. Oh yeah, definitely. We don't need to hear so much voices. Sound effects. Oh yeah. All right. Let me know if it's too low or too high. Just gotta make sure, you know. All right. What do we have here? Oh yeah, Athletics 25 Faith too, which we currently don't have. We could summon a Skelebro, but we don't have 25 Faith. But yeah, we can summon the roly-poly dudes, which is always fun. Didn't really like Goku and Super, honestly. Yeah, you know, it makes sense. Because, thing about Goku is that in Z, he had more of a sense of consequence about, like, what would happen if he chose to, you know, do certain things. Like, he was more aware of his actions. And in Super, he literally made a pact with a, you know, the quote-unquote God of Gods, and chose to say, hey, why don't we make a tournament? And the stakes are the universe would be, universes would be destroyed if they didn't manage to win, or else erased, so to speak. And that's pretty terrifying, man. Like, I don't think he fully understood what he was doing until it was too late. And, man, that had to weigh heavily on him, After hearing all of that, oh god, could you imagine? Like, Z, he would have been probably a lot more up in arms against it. He probably would have been quite, guilty. Or feeling guilty, rather. It would make sense, but, yeah, there's just a lot of things that are going to be made. And the return of Bleach also is also in the news. Or at least it's slightly old news, but it's news I'm excited about. Exactly. Even Krillin, when he found out, lashed out at Goku for his stupidity. Right? And it seems like a lot of them were trying to punish Goku, which they should never have to, which is kind of sad and bad. It just felt wrong, Ooh, this game's gonna be laggy. No! Ooh, we're gonna be fighting an ice dragon. Oh, he's gonna be constantly spamming it too. Oh man. Oh! Okay, let's see if we're protected behind this. Yeah, they have an ice dragon now, an ice drake protecting this. I managed to beat Ancient Dragon in Dark Souls 2 with my strength build. Hey man, strength build all the way. Strength build's respectable. Alright, we're gonna have to get past this guy. Where is he going? Where is he going? Oh god, that puts the fear of God into me. I gotta be careful with this guy, because I have no idea where he could be. But he was spamming that very fast. And you see we need no doll this time, which is very nice. Because the doll made things worse. No. No, no, no. That is not cash money up there. That is bad. I hate my sorcery build in Dark Souls 3 though. Hey, it's I think that in the Convergence you would like it a lot more. Because in the Convergence there's so much more to do. And the characters actually make some semblance of sense when you play them in Convergence, when it comes to, at least in the relation to what we should have had. And I will always remember that, I'll always remember what we could have had versus what we got ultimately. And it kind of eats away at me, honestly, because the vanilla game was good, but mods in that sense were... they allowed a lot more to happen of which the fans would have wanted. What the fans envisioned for how grand the game could have been. And honestly, I'm happy they did this. Because it makes sense to make something as grand as the hype would be in the first place. No, it's not to say there wasn't any hype behind the game. But people definitely wanted something more. And this version of the game... How Pyromancy was fun to do, however, I just can't get it into my sorcery build, I suppose. But if you play the Convergence, which I'm playing right now, there are many different kinds, like Necromancy, Blood Magic, of course, that over there with Yola Blundor, Dark, Cryomancy, Druidism, conventional magic. Over here we have just your regular Cornex, which is just, for regular pyromancy. Over there we have geomancy. And back over there we have, of course, physical faith. We have more of lightning faith up there, where it's more of like the guard up here. And then up there we have aeromancy and light magic up there. So yeah, there's plenty of magic to go around and plenty of builds to make. And that's one of the things I really had to compliment the Convergence on, was the amount of versatility and replayability. It's absolutely astronomical. Yeah, bird face. Chronomancy's ice, right? Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we could learn from this guy now, too. Which, the voice acting is not bad. It's not bad at all. I genuinely think they did pretty good on it. Of course, with the team that they likely had, and the people that created the game, or rather the mod, I'd imagine it would take a lot of time. The amount of time it would take to redo animations and voice acting and a lot of stuff they likely had to put time and effort into. That's pretty cool, I gotta respect that level of dedication and the amount of detail they put in this area, especially Firelink. Firelink now looks a lot better in comparison to what it had previously looked like. It has more life to it, has more personality, so to speak. I just wish that was more the case much more often. Because vanilla versus this, it's night and day. No pun intended. But maybe I'll go back to sorcery. We'll see. Hey, you never know. With this version, sorcery has a lot more versatility to it, and a lot more umph, I should say. All right, what do we got over here? Witchman's not here yet. He is over there. Arcane Crystal. It's kind of guns are metal magic. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, he got me on that one. Yeah, it's a 2v1 to begin with. Ooh, that's no bueno. I did a Hex build in DS2 and had fun with it. Oh yeah, Hex, it takes so much stat dumping though. That's one of the reasons I didn't do it as much, because the amount of times you need to put in for stats, it's just insane. Attunement, adaptability. Adaptability is just, ugh. Adaptability should have never been a thing. Oh crap. Is there another dragon over there? No. Oh crap, there is. No! And it didn't kill him either. No! Wait, what? I'm protected? Come on, come on. Come on. I saw you. Kick. Ha-ha! Do what you will, I have already won. Oh, he has hyper armor? Oh yeah, that's right. They brought back poise. They brought back my poise, boys. Without adaptability, you have old boomer reflexes. It's embarrassing, right? It can be, and it's like, oh my god, when you dodge something, it's like they changed dodging altogether. And when you play Dark Souls 1 for so long, you're like, yeah, I could dodge this. And then you realize, no, you cannot. It's like, oh, okay. Because you think to yourself, yeah, I have to dodge right. Like, I can be well in the safe, right? Not needing to dodge at the absolute last second. Jeez. I am so squishy in this area. To be fair, though, this is a squishy character. Ugh. Luckily for me, not going to be invaded anytime soon. So we're going to use this healing and rechargeable FP bar. Because it's called a regrowth, but yet you could run a true cleric build now. I farmed Dragon Rider because I could. Oh crap, hiccups. Yeah, Dragon Rider has always been kind of a funny one. You know, people have always just cheesed him to hell and back. I don't blame them. You know, if you see an exploit, use it, you know? People are like, wait, you could fight him legitimately? Impossible! They didn't think it'd be possible for you to actually fight him legit. Which, to be fair, I don't blame them. Oh, wrong one. Regrowth sounds like regen, thank God. Right. Then we have this continuous DPS, you know, where you can just continue to drain the enemy's HP, which is extremely helpful. Apparently, you can shoot Last Giant's arm off with a bow. Really? Can you make him just like a giant pair of head and legs trying to kill you? Imagine him just trying to use his only move, Skull Bash. We're gonna let these guys walk by. We're not looking for any trouble. We're just looking to get on by. Please don't find us. But there's an item behind here. Titanite scale. Apparently you can, oh shoot, I don't think so. It's just useless arm. What bow? I want to disarm him. I want to disarm him. I see what you did there. I'm neither proud of seeing it, but I understand it. But I have to respect it. Any bow, I think? Ferris Black Bow for the win. Unless you really want to, you know, work on that timing and just go full-on Dragon Great Bow. Trot, 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 trot. Item. Yeah, I'm not going to be using that roster anytime, I think. But we have this new character over here, which he's a merchant, so to speak. Hello, merchant. But what do we find? We find nothing. Increases strength, dexterity, intelligence, and faith, and luck by 2. That's a huge amount in multiple different areas. If you ever want to add me on PS4, kind of reminds me of Zoidberg and Fry Fight. I want to beat him to death with the sword arm. It's deep lore. Now that is full-on ye olde English. Oh my god. You don't think you'd ever see that ever again, you know? Especially so well spoken. It's sort of a dying language or a dead language completely. It's kind of unfortunate because it's so beauteous at the end of the day. No, no, no. Where are you? There, I hear one set of feet. I don't hear the other. There you are. But this blade also poisons, so it complements this, see? But yeah, it complements this build very well, especially with Essence Strike, for it continues to do tick damage as time goes on. Is there another? No. But we do have this to contend with, and this might actually kill us. So let's be smart about this. Explodiamus. Wait. Yeah, Explodiamus. Or Explodia. No one's ever been able to summon him. Is that still following me? Mhm. That's one thing I really had to compliment the druid class on. Die. No, but that's one thing I like about the druid class so far. Runs in gun blazing. Yep. What? What are you? I thought you'd be a mage. I am. Metal magic. Summons 1911. Alright, let's see here. As a matter of fact, funny that should be mentioned, I was wondering if it would be possible, because they have geomancy, but what if they had metalmancy? That'd be kind of cool. You there, eyes. Aw, come on, really? There we go. There's a gun mod for DS3. I've heard about that. I've yet to see it again, though. Crap, I think it was like in first person, right? God, man. That sounds like fun, but just, if you're going for immersion, that doesn't exist anymore. Because imagine bringing like something akin to an AK into the fight. It's like, yeah, here, I'm just gonna use an AK out of nowhere. In a medieval fantasy world. It's funny, though. No. Go away. Oh god, they're all gonna be here now. No! Go away. I don't want what you're selling, dude. Pontiff stuff, nice. Okay, so they added a forest here. Run, run, run. Ha. And there's an item over there now, but we're gonna go see that here in a few seconds. Look how much detail they added. Look at this. But there's no bonfire here anymore. Oh, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Kind of expect it to be there. Are we already at 20,000? Oh, we could buy another one of these hats. I need to get one of those big hat Logans. Or, yeah, those big hat Logans. You know, I think I can get one of the big hats for Big Hat Logan. For those who wanted to cosplay that. Oh my god, look at this detail! Ah, noises. Ugh. Too many legs for one thing. I can't see if you know, like, I think that was like a fear some people have. Like they have the fear that there's too many legs. Go away. But a more appropriate bonfire was now put here. Reminds me of that GTA or Henry Potter? No, Harry Potter mod for GTA 5. Don't think your metal armor is going to be much help. No, probably not. Alright, so this is something altogether different. And there's a thrall walking around here. I just don't know where he is. But I'm taking this. Ah, oh, damn it. Okay, are they all coming towards me now? No, but I hear someone. No. Wait, can I get through here? Yes, I can. Oof. God, I don't like how there's like multiple of them. I had to play it a little bit smarter here. Because I don't know where he's coming from. Okay. Let's take a risk. Kind of. There you are. Let's take you out before you become more of a problem. And let's heal. But now he's turning around. Yeah, if we aggro him, he's probably not going to let up here. So let's think for a few seconds as we heal. I don't want to waste an ember, even though we can get embers now a lot easier comparatively to what we used to. 8 of those. Black separation crystal, we don't have any need of that right now. So let's go for... be a smart thing to work with here. Boost all resistances? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, we have Verdant Strike, Water Dart. Oh, he's right there too. Ah, crap, he read us pretty good too. Oh, we got him. Nice. I just keep thinking my character isn't an elf because she's wearing the crown of a dusk. Oh, I see. I suppose it would make more sense since Ulasil seems to be, I would say, more high fantasy, if that makes any sense. Or at least that's the aesthetic I could see them going for. Right, Mimic? No Mimic. Silver Knight Sword. So that's where it is. Okay, guys, we have the Silver Knight Sword now, and that's a very elegant looking weapon. That weapon actually reminds me of, forgetting the name, Enduro. Yeah. Like the closest thing to it in this game, I think. Because you see the crossguard along with, like, say, the hilt here. But then again, the blade's a bit thinner than what we would normally see. But here, let me do a little bit of a showcase here. Okay, so we have like the weapon art, and we have where everything becomes electrified. Okay, but if we press simply R2 and hold, that adds on top of it. And say if we just go like that, it does nothing. But we need to hold it down in order to actually trigger it. And see, we get their moveset, so to speak, or at least a little bit of it. So that's pretty cool. And we can already use the blade. Blah. I can't speak properly at all. It's like my speech has been incredibly inhibited as of late. Alright, what do we got up here? Frost, pine resin, and then we have a dude bro right over here again. He's guarding another chest though. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna summon our beautiful, precious centipede. What? Oh, he saw that. I got caught in the crossfire in that one. Oh wow, I thought I dodged out of that. Apparently not. Let's be smart though. Use our resources. Alright, well, he cannot regenerate health, so we should be good. We should be able to get him, though. I don't know what his current health is, though, and I don't know about his current whereabouts. Alright, so he's just sticking over there. he has, like, nothing left here. What? Ah! It conveniently got out of range. There we go. God, I hate when that happens. Is this a mimic? No, there's not. There's no mimic. Alright, so we have the Silver Knight Spear and Alchemy Regent. Nice. That is actually nice. I don't think we can double dose on that either. I don't think it stacks at all. That sucks. But, alternatively, we can get this over here. Granted, if he doesn't see us, which he is more than likely going to see us. Oh yeah. Oh, there's Logan Scroll! We got Logan Scroll out of this, so we're lucky. Alright, let's not look Gift Horse in the mouth. And this ski-daddle back here. There we go. And let's go turn that into Griggs. Or at least, the closest thing to Griggs. DS2 was fun because you could open doors by rolling forward while doing the opening animation. Oh yeah, it definitely made things faster because the way they opened doors originally was just way too slow, and I wonder how many people didn't know about that beforehand. Can you imagine never learning about that, only to see it, like, what, after all said and done many years later, for some random person figuring it out? There's only a given. Alright. Yeah, we can't really purchase much from him in that regard. But we can, like, get all these different kind of things here, too. Like Soul Blade, which is a different kind of magic. In a sense. Yeah, all of this stuff we've normally seen. Counter Spell. Prevents the enemy from casting spells for 5 seconds. I only found out after a few weeks ago. Really? Oof. Oof. I'm sorry. That actually has to hurt. Yeah, dude, that was never fun, you know? I'd have to sit there and wait like forever for it to get done. Ugh. I'm happy they actually put that into the game, probably realizing people would want that to happen. Twinkling Titanite. That's when oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, how are you enjoying that game, actually? Like, are you fully, utterly enjoying it? My favorite covenant was the Dragon Covenant. PvP for life. So that also deals with Twinkling Titanite. But this here is called the Jade Sword, even though I call it the Verdant Sword. Because that just sounds so much more cooler, you know? The Verdant Blade. Now I need a Titanite slab. Yeah, I need to go out and actually find his hat, I think. Because I think I have it for another character, but I don't have it for this character. And I don't have PvP, or at least online play, because I can go into the mod engine itself, so to speak, and change it up. But recently my toolbar hasn't been working for Steam, and for whatever reason I'm not able to access things as normally as I should, which kind of irks me, but it's kind of to be expected. Enjoying it to an extent. I have so many hours sunk into that game, man. It's just, look, I'll say this. Dark Souls 2 was an improvement on many things that Dark Souls 1 didn't prioritize. Like, for example, longswords. Normally we have long swords, even like the normal straight swords, they go up and down, but what they did in Dark Souls 2 is that they made it go like horizontal instead, which was a big difference on many things. And magic, or at least lightning, felt like it was a lot more effective. They had a lot more spells. Overall, I think that Dark Souls 2 had the best PvP when it came to that. Ooh, Lion's Fury. Another reskin of Valorheart. But yeah, you know, it's just Dark Souls 2 has so much to offer, and it's kind of unfortunate to see it go to waste in Dark Souls 3, because it's like they took a step backward, and I think a lot of people realize that. So the Convergence mod is basically fixing that, in a sense. I should have died. I should have died. Oh no. Alright, I gotta go way down here, unlock a shortcut. Oh, one moment, one moment. Gotta focus real quick. Gotta get into a safe area. Ooh, Divine Fragment. Which leads us to get to the Divine Sword. Aw, did he just come out of nowhere? What? Aw, he roll catch me. And there's dudes in here. One moment, my dude. And here we go. Oh, that almost followed us. Alright. I don't think I told you I made... Oh, Sasuke in Dark Souls 3. Oh no. It's gonna be the katana build, isn't it? Wait, hold on. Did you use Chaos Blade? You had to use Chaos Blade, didn't you? Chaos Blade's like the best. I like Black Blade though. Even though Black Blade is normally slept on, from what I've seen. You know what they should have brought back for katanas? Manslayer. That was a cool, katana that they had for a while. The one with where it could just poison enemies or inflict, much like this blade right here. And I thought that'd be really awesome if they ever did that. Give me your Glaze Learn. Oh yeah, they have the tree ladies here. The tree ladies. They brought some dudes from the Painted World. I don't think I've actually been over here yet. So, oh, they have a Corvin Knight! No! Wait, is that a way to access the painting? Hold the phone. That's a way to access the painting! But wait, that looks like more... That does not look like Ariandel. That does not look like Ariandel. That looks like the painting of Ariamis. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna have to go take a look at that real quick. That's new content I haven't seen yet. Okay. Let's get back to it over here. We're bum rushing it again, risking our lives. God, they did so much better for this, mod here. This is such a breath of fresh air from vanilla. The Corvus Knight, though. Or the Corvus Knight. He's still got me with that. Corvian Settlement. Okay, so we're going to this area of the Painted World. So it is still Ariandel, not Ariamis, sadly. Ugh. But that's fine. I didn't expect someone to bring an entire world back for Dark Souls 3 of all things. Arch Titanite Shard. So yeah, it pours into the DLC just out of nowhere. We can just access it. I love that. Which means we're going to be facing a Corvin Knight here. He's got to drop down very soon. Plus, I think we can get the Valorheart right here. Oh, nope. We'll have to wait to get to it again. Nope, but he is poisoned. Oh, what do you give me? Nothing. Oof. Oh yeah, this fight I don't expect to survive. Ugh, he's gonna kill us. He's definitely gonna kill us. Ah, crap. I tried rolling away, but I had no stamina left. Or did I? I must not have. That or else he hits ridiculously fast for roll catching. Ugh. Yeah, there was a way I was not going to win that one, unfortunately. Too squishy. Plus the DLC areas, they really pump those up. I haven't even been to the Ring City yet. That's one I still have to go to. In this DLC at least. I can go on my main file, but I promised to stay on, well, I didn't necessarily promise, but I wanted to do like the Druid because it's something new for both of us, and honestly, I think the Druid's a really cool class, and it's something new altogether, you know? So what do you guys think about the Druid so far? Honestly, I really enjoy him. Oh, Mimic. Honestly, I think that this kind of character is very aesthetic, if that makes any sense. Like, they're very... How would I put this where I could make, like, I'm trying to think. How can I accurately describe how I truly feel about this? Whoa, what the hell? I think it's one of the very few classes I've seen in the mod where I'm very deeply saddened that it didn't get to be in vanilla, or at least something akin to it. Vanilla Dark Souls 3 had a lot of potential, but I had this overwhelming feeling of what could have been. Okay, DLC time for Sorcerer. Oh god. This druid is not ready for any of that sort of life yet. I would be absolutely destroyed. I could try to use my main character, but if I tried using this guy right now, he would be absolutely blasted. Do it? Alright, I'll give it a go. It's content! Take that. Alright. Let's see here. We can access it at the Church of the Cathedral. Or Cathedral of the Deep, actually, too. But yeah, let's go do it then. Let's go do a little bit of Ariandel. And we could just, like, run past him, too. We don't have to fight him. Why? Why? Content. Oh, that dude's coming at us. Okay, that's one of the NPCs from, Vanilla. Oh, that sounds nasty. Ha, not today. Get out of here. Alright, let's go take a look here. So we can get the Tail of Dark Eater Midir finally. God, it's like everything everyone wanted, they're finally doing. And when you first fought against Midir, and then when we couldn't get his tail, I could not help but feel the sense that we got screwed out of something. And that really upset me because you would hit his tail so much, you would expect by a certain point we'd be able to get it. And I remember that's like the majority of that fight. Oh. Or else just attacking his legs and so on. Dude bro is still over there. Bonfire is still in here, I believe. Yep. Alright. And we'll still see Vinheim, or whatever his name is, of Londor. Ooh. I remember seeing the concept art for these guys at first. Not a pretty picture. What is your main form of attack? Regurgitation. Oh, don't block me in here. Alright, let's see over here. Because the Corvette Knight, or the Corvus Knight? Corviknight. Nah, it's a Pokemon. Corviknight. Nah, but he's gonna be over there, so... Oh, that still hit us. I hate how that hits us. What? No way. Alright, let's go open that shortcut. Maybe not that one necessarily first. But, I ain't going Metal Gear on this anytime soon. Unfortunately. Plus, with the complications my PC has been having recently, I don't think I'll be able to put in my capture card or anything just yet. So we'll have to put Metal Gear Solid 3 on hold for a while. Even though I hate saying that because I really wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 3. Or not 3, but, oh yeah, 3, why not? But I really wanted to play Metal Gear Solid 4 in front of you guys. Because I really, really enjoyed that game, and it's one of the few games I genuinely like to play as far as when it comes to stealth. I don't know, it's like Metal Gear games does stealth the best. It's literally stealth action, but they do it in a way that's just like unlike any other game out there. And people could say, you know, Dishonored was good, which Dishonored was okay. But as far as stealth goes, not really. Wasn't really digging the first-person stealth vibe. Alright. Unless if it's like Skyrim or Oblivion or any of the Elder Scrolls games, that's usually never a thing I think about. Alright. Here we go. Okay, and let's call our boy, our thing. And of course he attacks us because he loves us. Isn't that right? Nope. Go away. Nope. Goodbye to your health. No. We're not playing this game today. He's a fun fight, though. Although he just keeps using his Onyx Blade. Oh wow, he didn't get smashed by it or anything. Alright, let's go up here. Used contraption key. Yeah, we can't access that over here yet. Yeah, sadly. She says the same thing, so we're just gonna exhaust her dialogue. Alright. Of course, we're gonna have to go through this side over here. Alright. This is where it becomes confusing. Now, there's some things I haven't gone and done over here yet, so this is gonna be entirely new content to me, because I have not seen what's over here. Or at least in, when it comes to the mod. That's not something I want to hear. There's a dude right over there. Let's get up here. Ah, crap. Yeah, they're good at catching people now, versus now more than ever. Did I overextend? I overextended. Oh. He's alive. He's totally alive. He's waiting for us. it's these guys, which I have a problem with because they're gonna be able to roll catch us too. Not the biggest fan of doges in this game. Wait, what? Well, that's different. That's a lot different. Oh, okay. Okay, shortcut unlocked. But still, that was nerve-wracking. It actually got me slightly tensed up, too, because I had so many... I had so many dudes after me. Alright, let's see here. My Sorcerer isn't ready for the DLC. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I would say Sorcerer is a tough pick for any DLC. Especially with all, like, the mob enemies, too. It gets really bad. Oh, they're waiting for me. Should I taunt him? Ha. I'm probably gonna get humbled right here. No? Surprise, thought I was gonna get shot off to oblivion. Okay, I haven't seen this area yet either, so we're gonna have to be careful. Oh boy. Okay, let's get up to that shortcut as soon as possible. Waste not, want nots. Well, that's a human. And open sesame. And bonfire unlocked. Okay, multiple things at once here. And let's open this. And I believe... Oh, that's right, we can't open it from this side if that's the case. Oh, that limits us severely. But we can go face Ari and Del. But still... Oh, and the DLC boss is probably going to be astronomically hard. Chill by ring. Which, interestingly enough, the rings in this one... Like, say, if we have a bite ring of any capacity, let's say we have, grants frost immunity. Granted, you know, it doesn't say resistance anymore, it's just full on this time around. Which is nice, all things considered. Comparatively to what it used to be, like, when we heard of, like, say, the resistance, so to speak, it never felt like it really was. And, the immunity just makes it all together better. Okay. Oh, you'll see it soon enough. I mean, it's gonna be all around the place, honestly. It's one thing that always kind of made me laugh is this, hey, I want to see flame. Literally everything starts burning all around her once we destroy Ari and Del. So it's like, you sure you still want to see it? Alright, so there should be a hidden boss down here. Wait, is that a lever? Ah! Okay, we can get out. So it's not limiting. Let's go! Alright. Open sesame. But we will face her. And since she wanted to get the drop on us, of course, the game crashed. Naturally. After all, it is a mod, so we have to get out of this real quick to make sure that everything is still operating, because I can't just press my normal stuff here. One sec. Gotta see if everything is still going on. And as far as the audio is concerned, let's take a look here. Okay, everything should be running optimally. So we should be good. Alright. Let's get this back up and running then. Oof. Re-enter big picture mode. Alright. We should be good to get back into the game. But yeah, that's generally what happens. That knowing it's a mod and so on, it's prone to crash. Unfortunately, I've kind of accepted that. And as much as it sucks, I guess we'll just have to deal with it for now. I do hope to eventually get a lot more when it comes to, like, say, RAM eventually, so therefore the PC can handle it a bit better eventually. But not just yet. Not just yet. It's gonna take time and money, unfortunately. Huh? Alright, let's see here. See if there's any notifications or details. Not really. Alright, so we should be fine. We just went downstairs here, so to speak. And, yeah, let's go back down there, actually. Let's get back down real quick. As if nothing ever happened. Plus, we'll have to open this separately. What do we got here? Alright, same place we were last time. Hopefully the game doesn't crash again. Ah, she healed. Ah, she has a lot of those. Nope, not today. If we got close to her, though, because I did face her with my other character, she would be spamming a lot of those, combustions. Alright, so dude bro over here isn't looking so hot. And, in order to get down here, we'll have to break the bridge again. But at the same time, it'll be a different boss altogether. It's gonna be like a Corvian Knight, I believe. So instead, we're gonna go back the way we came. And we're gonna see if... Okay, we can level up now, too. So let's take an opportunity to level up and not waste this opportunity. Because leveling is precious. And... you know, by adding the level up system to this, that makes it impressive. But then again, you guys like controversy, or controversy. Blah, can't even speak again. Ah, now I have a lisp. But I know you guys like when I talk about controversial stuff. So let's talk about stuff in today's world. All right. So here is more of a complicated subject. One that I've been toiling with a lot recently. Giggle Blade of Rosaria. Giggle is their name. Huh. Yeah, they're gonna keep healing. Oh, God. Really? They're gonna screw me over like that? Okay. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Yeah, what I was trying to say is before is that when it comes to controversy and when it comes to, uh, see, I haven't actually streamed in a while, so therefore it's kind of, I kind of had to get back into the swing of things when it comes to having long and deep conversations, essentially with myself, since it's more of like, say, where I'm talking to a screen, and that's not easy to do. But, oh man, I need to think about this again. God, it's been so long since I've actually talked to myself in a sense and tried to have a conversation with you guys on a deeper level, you know, one that's more substantial, and that's not easy to do because having to think about those subjects and then just having to go on and on about them ad nauseum, that's difficult. That's legitimately difficult. And the type of conversation is also a difficulty in upon itself. Come on, heal, heal, heal. It should be around here somewhere. Oh, I'm likely dead. Yep, dead. So let's talk about a controversial subject. Let's think about something that could be thought-provoking, because I know you guys are smart. I know you guys, you know, are thinkers. I know you guys actually like to sit down and contemplate things. I know there's those who don't, but I'll entertain it. You know, I'll try to, because I like doing this too personally. I like just talking a lot, and when I get the chance to, at least. A good subject, I should think, would be our current way of how we are in society today and where we stand right now in history. I think we stand in a very dangerous place, a very pivotal place in modern history. I think we're in the danger of a radical shift between what the world wants ultimately, because it seems like in the 21st century, people have come to a conclusion that's been boiled down between, well, not a conclusion, but more like a topic that's been boiled down between two types of ways of living. Those who crave safety and those who crave freedom. It's a very fine line to paint between the two. Where does one draw the balance? Can one create an equilibrium? And that's the difficult part. Can you? Because it begs the question if it could even be achieved, or if there's even a harmony that could be, you know, there to begin with. And that's a difficult way of thinking. Because when you have one, human beings ultimately want to always go to the extreme of, you know, the other. Because familiarity, you know, and stuff like that, and when it comes to comfort. Because within that sort of familiarity, there's always comfort of that familiarity, or due to familiarity. And, you know, I think that leads us to how society is today, in some sense, that we grow complacent, we grow absolutely, I would say, too numb to certain things that we've allowed to go on for so long, and the fact that it's gone on for so long, we've normalized, you know, unhealthy habits and so on that in society that we, you know, face, and it's boiled down to we've become so, in a sense, safe, we now can think about things and question things we'd never been able to before. Like, say, freedom versus safety, whereas one would usually prize the other. And now we're taking into serious debate about what, you know, well, at least modern debate, about what people want when it comes to this sort of thing, because in a newer and freer society, more than we've ever been in the past centuries, there comes those, problems and philosophical questions that we want to ask ourselves, because of course one way of living does not fit the new era and so on, or else how time goes on in a linear fashion, so to speak. We would think that we're supposed to find a new and better system, right? I wouldn't say that's always necessarily the case, but then again, it seems like between talking about freedom and talking about safety, people often go to one spectrum or the other, thinking that they can't pour into one another. And I believe there's a lot of misconceptions about what someone thinks to be safety versus what freedom actually is. Let's say this, for example. People think to themselves that walls are safe, right? Your house, your shelter, stuff like that. That stuff's meant to protect you from the elements, and it's supposed to protect you from outside invaders and eyes, and it's supposed to grant you a sense of privacy, right? It's supposed to grant safety. Now, what is safety? Safety ultimately is an illusion. Now, that may be a very, grand thing to say, that may be a very arrogant thing to say, but allow me to explain. Safety is the thought of being unrestrictedly comfortable. And what I mean by that necessarily is that when one feels secure, they want more of it, and they feel more incentivized to do whatever they want, to be free in that sense. Whereas freedom is a shattering of that illusion. It's the illusion that you can never truly be 100%, safe, but at the same time, it's more like, say, a brave sense to take on the world as it is. Whereas safety could be more of, like, say, used in a practical sense, where, like, say, if you're into, like, say, preparedness, like, to prepping, like, say you stock up on, like, a bunch of, like, food and non-perishables, learn how to hunt, fish. Like, say this, you rely on skills, and you have the freedom to go obtain those, you would think to yourself there's safety within knowledge. Fair enough. There is. There is, a lot of safety in knowledge, because it brings, like, a self-assurity. It makes one feel more secure within themselves, more prepared to face the harshness of life. What? Welcome to the Wizards of the Holy Fire. Nice to meet you, by the way. Thank you. And your name is... Wait, let me see that closer. Bree. Iora May? Iora May 66. Thank you. I hope to do my best by you. I can't speak. I'm sorry. Iora, or... Is it Laura or Iora? May 66. Nice to meet you. But yeah, it's, those are very, hard topics to think about. Because wherein then do you put it into your own life? And you see, that's ultimately what people want, is that they want to know how it can apply to them. And that's the hard part. How do you... Hi! How are ya? But yeah, it's a very scary thought process, because you think to yourself, well, I want to be free. Well, what does that entail? To be free is to not have shackles or restraints, or I would say restrainments, that wouldn't be a word though. I would say shackles or restrictions laid upon you unwillingly. And that's why knowledge is so important, is that with freedom we can go seek knowledge to our heart's content, and within that we can gain, safety. We can gain safety within knowledge. But safety as a means of, like, say, invulnerability, such as, like, the, even though it's a poor equivalent I made earlier, was, like, say, a house, or else walls around a house making you feel safe, giving that, comfortability with, familiar things around you, no eyes on you, privacy. Those things are important to us. And so, if those things are important to us, we want to be free enough to be able to enjoy them and to have them, and not to be chaperoned or monitored. And it comes down to a basic human right, Ultimately, it's something inherent within all of us. And I think it's something we realize that we truly are and what we have been. Something akin to. Well, think about this. Think about this. Human beings, before the laws of man, before governmental institutions, we were hunter-gatherers, right? And the only laws we really had to face was, like, say, the laws of nature. You know, did I eat tomorrow? Did I live or die tomorrow? Did I catch any diseases? Security, I would imagine, would be shelter. You know, from like the rain, the elements, sickness, animals trying to invade, and the freedom to do whatever you could and able to get that, and safety within knowledge, skills, and they really prioritized, I would imagine, at least down to a basic level, the ability to rely completely on oneself, completely self-sufficient, and it was either sink or swim. You know, and that's how our genetic ancestors from, like, say, out likely millions of years ago, or depending on what you believe in, however far back, believed and did. And they survived off their own merits. But with that, it brought a sense of security, hence the reason what we secure today. You know, we build shelters from the elements. We build schools, institutions, things that would allow us to have that sense of safety and so on. But then again, we're also free to do whatever we wish and whatever we can to be able to obtain our goals, whatever they be, whether they be beneficial to the crowd or to oneself. And you see, that's just it. It was autonomy that allowed us to make civilization to begin with, and when you get rid of the autonomy, that's where things become complicated. Because you're getting rid of the very thing that created this situation to begin with, because logically down the line, or at least linearly, it had to go down that line to be able to reach that conclusive answer. Because that was the answer entirely. Was to be able to start out with, you know, that route was freedom versus security. And personally, in my opinion, I know it doesn't matter, you know. You guys are free to say anything you want, by the way, too. Freedom of speech here completely. It's more of, I believe that we have forgotten what it is to truly be free in that sense, where we want safety. At least I don't want to speak for everyone, of course, but like a general observation I've been seeing, you know, in the past few years here. We want safety, but sometimes we don't, from what I can see, knowing the price of how badly or how much. We are not aware of the consequences of said desire for safety, and to the point where it becomes smothering to others. And that's where it gets really tricky when it comes to ways of living and wanting to be free. Because you have a whole different part of society that wants to be, you know, safe, they want to be secure, they want to be able to ensure a future and a legacy, whatever have you. And then you have these people who simply want to be left alone, who could, in theory, not guaranteed, in theory, threaten that so-called peace. But I disagree. You know, I don't think that they're necessarily going to be a threat to peace, but it's the perceived sense, or the thought thereof, that could, you know, make people, you know, squeamish, or make them go like, oh my god, we have to take preemptive action and go against people, you know? Raven Live! Pizza and Valor. Let's go! What kind of pizza? It better be pepperoni, or better be that peach cobbler pizza. Do you guys like pineapple on their pizza? I do. I'm guilty. But yeah, and that's really important for people to have that autonomy, because as soon as we forget that we have autonomy, we try to then somehow take it from others and justify it. I think, in essence, we really need to accept that human beings, we're animals. You know, we're animals and we're going to be free, and it's just human nature to seek freedom in general. It's okay to be safe, but we should understand what safety truly means. Had no pepperoni, so I took a cheese pizza and slapped some ham and jalapenos on there. Good man. Especially the ham. Love ham. Ham is always so tasty. The fat on ham is perfect. But yeah, you know, I think that's something that we should grasp with the modern age, and what we're having a lot of problems with, from what I can see. A lot of it's been a very contentious topic within the political and even, I'd imagine, philosophical communities that have literally been going up on this. And it could harken back to, let's say, free will versus determinism, but that's a whole different argument in and on itself. But this is just merely, I would say, not debating or arguing, but more seeking to understand in totality the current predicament of what we're wrestling with. And that's, I think, one of the problems that are going to be plaguing humanity for a while yet. We need to understand that human beings are inherently free, but we need to not go overboard with safety, in a sense. People need to be allowed to make mistakes. We need to allow natural selection and stuff like that to happen. And ultimately, it sounds cruel, but that is nature. Nature is indifferent to our suffering. But yet, at the same time, as much cruelty as it, supposedly has, as some people would scream at the sky about, it provides everything. It provides food, water, shelter, and the necessities to grow and thrive. I would say it's ultimately a neutral force, completely and utterly, void of any emotion, so to speak. And just really, it's just something that one needs to fully grasp and try to toil with. And even I have a hard time with it. I have a very difficult time with it, because it's something that no one really thinks about or even cares to think about, because we generally look at such questions these days as, we look at it with a huge sense of apathy. We look at it as something that's, doing too much or thinking too much. But, Charlie Chaplin, and I know a lot of you guys know who Charlie Chaplin is. Charlie Chaplin was an actor, in ye olde times and so on, if we're talking film industry wise. We're talking, like, say, 20th century, and of course he was in the black and whites. He was in, like, say, the black and white films and so on. And he had done a movie called The Great Dictator. And so he had said in The Great Dictator that we think too much and feel too little. Well, as I've said before on this stream, or at least something to the equivalent of it, I've said that we're the complete opposite. We don't think enough. We react emotionally, impulsively. And a lot of us are full-grown adults. I'm 27. Some people who watch me maybe, 30, 20, even, teenage. And it's like, I want to be able to think and think often, because I think that's what we often lack. We often make decisions we can't take back, and we make it in anger, we make it, in hyper-emotionalism, and then we just, boom, and then we can't take it back, and we're full of regret, and then we're like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have acted like that, shouldn't have said that, and then we do it again, and then we become the victim of cycles. And that's going to be one of the things that's going to be plaguing a lot of people throughout their lives. And my answer to this would be stoicism. The world happens to us, but it's our choice to ground ourselves in reality and choose what we want, how we react to it. It's when it comes to thinking, even philosophizing, as some would scoff at and write it off as, it's something I see sorely lacking, but making a resurgence. There is some hope to this. It is making a resurgence in a lot of other people today. People are waking up. I know that's a term often thrown around, a sort of an insightful term, or not, maybe inciting, negative emotions, which, it happens. But I think a lot of people are truly waking up and truly beginning to think and, taking themselves off autopilot and realizing, hey, stuff's screwed up here. We need to get stuff done. We need to start, holding ourselves accountable or holding society accountable, and it all starts with us. It all starts with a little movement. All starts with a little bit of action, and I myself throw myself along within it, and we all find our place within it. I think that there's a lot of greatness within every single person. I personally think we have a lot of potential, but we can meet it better if we learn how to control our emotions and not give in to impulsivity. And thinking, or at least sitting down and thinking, it can be scary at times. It can be hard. Because there's a lot of things we think about that, if we want to distract ourselves from, it's painful, you know? The more we try to think about certain things, and I know, for each person we all have that one thing we don't like thinking about, the one thing that makes us uncomfortable. But if it's uncomfortable, maybe we need to think about it. Maybe we need to talk about it. Maybe we need to engage it. Because it'll always eat away at us so as long as we allow it that power. Thanks to the internet immortalizing information, we can now avoid making the same mistakes as our fathers. Right? The internet is such a boon. It is such an amazing amount of potential, and that's perfect. That's why I love wisdom. Wisdom is something I just love talking about. The study of wisdom being philosophy, there's so much about it. There's so much you can go into it, and there's so much power one can get from it. Especially when it comes to wisdom. Now, if we don't want to repeat the mistakes of others, a smart man learns from his mistakes. True enough. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Okay. Well, we can learn that from observation, off of seeing other people, and saying, hey, that person did this action, how do I then not commit to the same action which led to that conclusion? It would seem like pretty basic stuff, and, it seems that way, but it's not, A lot of people struggle with it. I myself struggle with it, because it goes like this. Everything is easier said than done. Always, because it takes a lot of internalization. It does, and it takes a lot of rewiring for some people to change things, change habits, bad habits, self-destructive habits. It takes a lot of rewiring, and I would say a lot of seeing things from different perspectives. And I think that's a main focus that really drives home how people deal with things. Okay, let's look at this, for example. Let's look at this. And no, I'm not talking about religion as in total. I'm talking about an aspect of religion. So therefore, we're not going to go into the whole religious, discussion and whatnot. But that's more enough on the table. If anyone wants to talk that, we can. But I wanted to bring an aspect from it, based off perception. Now, we have different, religions out there and different, dogmas and so on out there that people are often shaped by it, right? Culturally speaking, and, not just culturally, but like, say, from their environments, those mentalities of what they had grown up with, that those religions or thought patterns had gotten into people's heads, and it becomes transgenerational. So let's look at, two different, types of scenarios. Let's look at tragedy on top of this, or grief, and how people display it. Let's say this. A person in your family recently passes away. This person you were very close to. Now let's take two people, hypothetically, and put them in the same situation, and both of them having massively different outcomes. One person is crying hysterically, absolutely beside themselves, and is falling over. Understandable. Completely understandable. And then we have the other person, which is right next to us, who seems more numb, or seems to be more numb. Now, take that in consideration. Seems to be more numb, or not really, as hysterical, or not as expressionate. There we go. Not as expressive or expressionate. And so the person who is, just almost going to be catatonic eventually, looks at that person and says, don't you feel anything, or don't you feel bad at all? And, they're trying to, in a sense, they're projecting, they're kind of trying to make them, look bad, or make them, even be legitimately offended, that person is just like, hey, you're not feeling anything, are you even human? And the person would reply, yeah, I feel terrible about it. But my perception about it changes things entirely. Now, that could be going on to a dangerous thing, another dangerous topic, which could be the excuse of doing things that are horrible, but then being numb to them and then justifying them. That's not what we're doing. We're simply talking about, like, say, perceptions and how they shape our reality, ultimately, and how we react to things, and how we deal with trauma, and how we deal with suffering. And that's that's an iceberg in upon itself. But oh my god, I love talking about this stuff. So the cool thing about it is that a person can be entirely different in how their lifestyle is, and how they look at things. So, if I, for example, don't look at something as emotionally, as some people would say, they grieve differently. Well, what does that entail? What's that mean? What's it mean to grieve differently? We have where some people are more somber, and we have those who are more... I wouldn't say they're more beaten up about it, because both people can be affected the same, the same way, and I would say to the same level, but their reactions are different entirely. It's just how they deal with it and how their perceptions go about it. Let's say this. If you see death as the end-all be-all, you'll never see that person again, you have no hope, that person, they're gone, blank out of existence, how will you live without them? Okay, alright, you could see it like that. Or, you could see it as, hey, I really cared about this person, I really enjoyed their time, but my perception is, I'm going to see them again one day, therefore I'm not going to take it as hard, so to speak. Or I'm not going to take it in that sense. I still remember after my granddad died, my only reaction was, at least he's not in pain now. He'd have hated to see what he had become. Yeah, because you're thinking about them, you're being empathetic truly and utterly. You're taking their feelings into consideration, and you truly, from what it sounds like, cared about your grandfather, And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. And you see, that's really interesting because those two different responses could shape entirely how people work with suffering and how they deal with, the harshness of reality in life. And I believe there is some correlation to how people could then see how freedom and safety is, because I've realized with those with a poorer grasp or perception on reality, a much more volatile one, often want to go to the extremes. They want to just, this is a logical conclusion, boom, do it, so therefore it emotionally appeases me and emotionally appeases others. That's dangerous. In the hands of someone like that, if you gave power, true power to change nations to someone like that, that's playing with fire. That's playing with something dangerous right there. That could shape entire realities, perceptions, and completely. And, man. But in the hands of someone who's stoic, the hands of someone who's able to control their emotions to a point, no one's perfect, to someone who's able to then control themselves versus that is more competent in that sense to be more stable and thus make better decisions based off, not being hyper emotional or anything. And that's really hard to find in today's world because, no human being is entirely invincible. It's never going to happen. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Is there a boss here? I sense something bad. But yeah, this is a topic I love talking to you guys about. This is what I'd like to do streaming with, because then I get to talk to you guys like this all the time. Rondsworth! Hey, Sailor Veller, good to catch you. Good to catch you, my dude. How have you been? But yeah, these topics are not easy in even the slightest sense, because we always have to remember what brought us here to begin with. Why thinking about these is important, and why it matters. And not too bad yourself. Pretty good today. Playing some Dark Souls 3 Convergence mod. And having a lot of fun with that here. Ooh, he threw an icicle at us! The Forlorn Cryomancer Dunnel. Or Dunnell. Oh, Flame Sneck. Ooh, that would have roll caught me. That got me. I was trying to shift over there. There we go. Ooh, he almost roll caught me. Oh, no more healing for you! Got him. Ha. But yeah, that was one of the things I love talking to you guys about. I love talking to you guys about, like, say, controversial conversations, anything that's thought provoking, anything that could challenge anything and anyone, because ultimately that's what helps us grow in the end. That's what helps human beings become the best versions of themselves, is adversity. And I got the saying from, Academy of Ideas. It's a good YouTube channel, by the way. They're a team of two people, and they're incredibly intelligent and knowledgeable. I would say more wise than anything. Very, very smart people. A lot of good sources to go to. That's where you can, like, go to learn about people like, say, Epictetus and so on, which is one of the philosophers I talked about very often on this stream here, or at least on this channel. Alright, it looks like we can't do much of anything over there, so we're going to go over here. Looks like we're going to have to use a homeward bone after all. But yeah, talking about stoicism, talking about these sort of things, it reminds me of why I love streaming. And I'll be honest, the reason I haven't been streaming as much, at least when I got back home here, is because of, well, depression, complete apathy, lack of complete emotion. I've had no drive, so that's why I've been sleeping days away and so on. But that's besides the point. It's given me time to think, and I think that now in today's history, with so many people being let go from the workforce and not returning to work, people are finally sitting down and being alone with their thoughts again. Which I know that sounds cruel, but it's really good, because people start to think again. They start to think, and thinking creates action, and action creates change. And so the gears of change are moving again, friends. So how did you get your drive back? Honestly, if I'm being real with you, talking with you guys like this again, being able to talk out loud and think out loud, being able to philosophize and think about things and talk about subjects that are currently bothering us, and essentially venting, ultimately, I do observe a lot of society. I do watch a lot of videos, and I do walk outside quite a bit. And, I like to observe society in active time. I like to look at people's minds, in a sense. I like to think about, how do I put this? I like to keep up with the world and what's going on with everyone, what their thoughts are, what shaped this, how we came to this, basically history in motion, but playing the role of the observer. Does that make any sense? I try to keep up with every sort of bit of knowledge and sphere that I can, but it's not easy, because I had to specialize in certain things, or not specialize, but rather consign myself to certain things, or certain news outlets. But at the same time, one can never truly take, one thing 100%. What I missed most about your streams? The lack of singular thoughts. There's no space for echo chambers here. Right, exactly. All should be challenged every single day at every single time. Challenge is what makes us better. Challenge is what gives us, our fire. That's what human beings have based themselves off of. Ever since we were hunter-gatherers, fighting off saber-toothed tigers, walking, 40 miles a day, that's what the human being was created for. We were created to think. We were created to fight. We were created to be able to live life to its fullest, to explore, to basically become potential, not run amok, but potential fully actualized. And that's what I find the most interesting about, these sort of things. That's why I talk and say, hey, regardless of what you believe in, if you are left, right, if you love safety, if you love freedom, if you love whatever you want, come here and we can talk. Because honestly, taking in new ideas and bringing in that sort of thing is what makes the best sort of knowledge come out of anything. It leaves people with fresher ideas, it makes people feel smarter, and it makes them genuinely smarter, wiser. It makes them, in a sense, stronger. Because think about it. If you're able to conversate with someone who, let's say you hate this person, you hate their beliefs, but let's say you have a sit down with them, right? In a sense like this. And you talk with them and have a deep conversation with them. that's something incredibly rare today. Want to become famous? Nah, I'm good. I'm good, buddy. Never trade your integrity for fame or anything like that. We don't do that here, bud. We have our integrity. But yeah, the thing is, that's why I like talking to everyone. Whether you believe in one thing or another, you're free to come here, you're free to talk, you're free to allow yourself to have that, sense of security where you can come here and talk about discussions to ad nauseum and allow yourself to be able to actually feel a dose of release. Right? Just rap badly. Oh god. Yeah, I suppose I could. But then again, I would suck. I would totally suck, but I suppose that's the point, isn't it? God, dude, no, I would suck at rapping. I could never do it. It's, fleeting. I could never do it. If we're talking about it in its most ancient of terms. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Rhyming words has never been my thing. Especially in musical terms. It's like, ugh. But yeah, I think I think that's a resurging thing in today's world. I think a lot of people are wanting a break from the oppressive society that tells us we can't say things without losing friends or, offending someone or screwing someone else up or even harming our own lives. Because, that's important to have a safe haven where men and women of all races, colors, and creeds can come together and speak their minds openly and create the best ideas humanly possible. Because I think that's that's what I love about the West. And I know this sounds like I'm gloating, but really I'm talking about the entirety of the West. The West, as far as our combined cultures go. To be able to bring people from all the different types or all the different kinds of the world and so on, all walks of life, having them all come to one place and then discuss ideas that have over thousands of years of history behind them, and to be able to find new solutions, take on someone else's stuff, and then being able to utilize it and hybridize it, it's just magnificent what the West has done in that regard. It's just amazing. For the last 1,000 or even 2,000 something plus years, the West has really evolved into this mecca of, lovers of wisdom, lovers of the wise, and God, we're a far cry from that today in most senses when it comes to our scholarly brethren, when it comes to, like, say, maybe 1,000 or so years ago, where they were much smarter than we are, or at least much wiser than we are today, in many a sense, where they sat down in grand halls and, they talked to each other and even developed schools of thought. Could you imagine what, the caliber someone had to be able to create an entire school of thought? One would have to be unmistakably individual, of course, and have the strength of it to be an individual, because that is a feat in upon itself. To be an individual true individual is something of a rarity in today's world. It's incredibly hard to find. But all the while, when you finally see it, it's something beauteous, something that should be held on. But it's something you should never try to quench, because it's, in a sense, like a beautiful fire. It's something that serves for the greater good and has destructive purposes, but you don't want to, smash it out, because it has so much utility. And that's just it. We center ourselves around that. Humanity, fire, stuff like that, knowledge, the spark of life. It's just things we want to give ourselves to. And that's why I love knowledge. That's why I love learning. That's why I love having, that ability to say, hey, I'm wrong, or hey, I feel dumb, or hey, please correct me if I'm wrong. I won't get angry about it, because, there's never a use or never a good thought process to get angry about someone being smarter than you, because it's an inevitability. It's a thing. Like, for example, there will always be someone smarter than me when it comes to, like, say, guitars. And let's say I'm smarter than someone when it comes to, like, say, stamp collecting. Sure, they're not really comparable, but at the same time, it still proves the point that there will always be someone smarter out there than you, in certain areas because everyone knows something different. And that's the cool thing about humanity. That's the cool thing about individuals, is that there can never be one person that is superior in all ways to a single person, or at least another person. And that's what makes humanity unique. That's what makes humanity beautiful. And that's why I especially love this game and most video games when you're allowed to make multiple characters who specialize in different things. You can't just have that omni person who's just, the best at absolutely everything. Unless you literally build a character that way. That's why I liked Oblivion too. But besides that, it's just, that to me is amazing. And that's why the human being will always be an interesting animal. Because with the human being, it's infinity itself. Human beings are essentially always going to be trying to figure themselves out. It's a never-ending puzzle, a never-ending problem, a never-ending cycle, but one that is only beneficial in the sense that it'll always give us something to be and do. Because a human being, can you imagine human beings without a purpose? Let's say we've, overturned every stone. Let's say we've gone to every single micro inch of the universe. We've discovered everything, we've seen everything, and let's say that we know everything. Then what's the point? What's the point then? What's the point in having fun? What's the point in testing our knowledge against what we face in everyday life? There's no point to anything then, because if you've said and done it and, got all of it already, then you lose drive. You get bored. There's no fire. There's no challenge. There's no reason. And that's, inevitably what we're going to come to the conclusion of, that human beings, no matter what, will always have conflict. Because if we don't have conflict, we have to create it. That's just the way we are. Human beings have always been like that. And, that's why when you see, say, and I'm not trying to be a dick to anyone. Let's say we have a Karen out there, okay? Let's say we have someone out there who, creates a problem that wasn't seemingly a problem before. Something so trivial and trite. Well, they're going to blow it to epic proportions. Because if life is too easy, life is too good or boring, they're going to create conflict because their inherent need to do so. Our purpose as a species is, in my opinion, to create purpose. We're here not for any reason in particular, but we want to believe in a reason. Hey, that's a very good answer. I think that's a very great answer, actually. Because that's just it. We're beings of desire. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I agree with that. And, that's just it. We will always want. Want. And, God, that's why I love humanity. Because look at this. Look at this, this mod. This is Dark Souls 3 Convergence mod. This was born out of a desire for improvement. If you've seen the vanilla game versus this, look at this. If you could take this reference right now and show me the vanilla version of the game, this is a clear improvement. Better graphically, more detail. There's clearly a lot of love that was put into this. Particle effects, everything. People wanted something hard enough. They wanted to take something that was already pre-established, challenge it, and say they could do better. And guess what? They fucking did. They did. They made something amazing. They made something beauteous. They made something that was truly worthy of this game. And even more so, I would say in some sense, they transcended it. Just waiting for a Dark Souls VR. Oh my god! I think people have modded that too, where they've gone first person with that. There is videos of that actually. But yeah, And sometimes I'll, embrace a little bit of vulgarity here and there. But at the end of the day, we are free men and women. We say what we will, say what we want, consequences come regardless. Because in the end, in life, we always have to pay a price. No matter what. And we're always going to pay whether we like it or not, whether we're complacent to make the decision for the decision will be made for us. So life will happen to us. And that's why we have to confront it with a mentality to fight. A mentality to challenge, but with a smile on our faces. And that's why I love humanity. humanity will always be something I will always fight for and fight alongside with. Because to me, humanity is beautiful. Humanity is everything to me. And then so if I can help improve humanity in any way possible, or, do whatever, I will. Because at the end of the day, you guys, as well as myself, is all I have. And I gotta make sure to give that sense of purpose and keep that sense of purpose. Because ultimately, that's what human beings are. Okay. Let's see if we can go fight some more dudes. But the question is, who? Alright, so we are at Ariandel Chapel, I was about to say. Alright, we're at the Ariandel Chapel, and now we are the Distant Manor. So essentially, we can go face Aldrich, which we've already killed Wolnir. We have not killed the old Demon King, although we can get to him. We have not destroyed the deacons. No deacons. Do we got everything around that area, though? I mean, I need to make sure I got absolutely everything, because we're going to need some AoEs to be able to face them. But yeah, these are the conversations I enjoy having. This is why I like to stream, is because I get to talk to you guys openly. And, okay, let me say this. I get to be myself around you guys. That means a lot. That's a level of freedom I never thought I would have. But more so, I never needed to put on a mask. I never needed to put on a face. I never needed to pretend to be something I'm not. And that's why I think you guys are important to me, and that's why I love streaming, and I honestly am kicking myself in the butt for not getting back to it sooner, is because of this. Because we're able to have these in-depth conversations, and many friendships can be made, and many will be lost, unfortunately, but that is the nature of, truth. That's the nature of being an individual and being oneself, to remain true to oneself. And I want to, say to others that they should be themselves too, without, fear of other people's opinions. Be yourself and don't care about what other people say. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the person who is born is you. And the person who will die alone, like all of us will, is ourselves. But we must be able to make friends with ourselves. Because making a friend with yourself, in the end, that makes you truly unalone. Because that's someone you can always confide in, yourself. So as long as you can truly become friends with yourself, you can do anything. Alright, let's look for AoEs. We have no AoEs. Ugh. We have a summon, though, we could use. Yes. Ugh. Yeah, that's why I need to get back to streaming. Hey, man, let me know when you are, and I'll do my best to be, well, I'm more nocturnal and so on, so I'll probably be able to catch you since you're on the other side of the pond. But, yeah, if you do that, I could see if I could host you and so on. But, yeah, that's why I love humanity, ultimately, is because we can transcend the mundane in the sense that we could find that within ourselves. Thanks, man. Means a lot. Absolutely. But yeah, I think that as long as people keep with that, people will prosper. People will feel better. They will, in a sense, I need to as well. Right? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamer himself. Alright, let's get back to it. Would you guys mind if I ever played Oblivion again? Would you guys like to see me play Oblivion? Mind you, I haven't modded it because I have not modded Oblivion, but I should. Just having my Streamlabs layout sort of how I can play anything in 21. Alright, go for it, my dude. Please squeeze me. I have a feeling that there's something above me. Wait, did I kill him already? No. Wait a sec. Did I kill Biggie? I killed Biggie. Alright, Biggie's gone. Oh no. God, the way he moans is just wrong. Alright, there we go. But, yeah. You know, please play Oblivion. It's a great game. I know I've been playing so much Oblivion recently. Oh my god. Off stream, I've been playing a lot of Oblivion. And, like, making new builds and so on. God, you know what I like about Oblivion better than Skyrim? The magic. The amount of magic they had and so on was just the best. And the versatility of what you can do is just amazing in that game. And to be honest, the College of Winter holds not even a candle, in my opinion at least, to the Mages Guild. I mean, what did we fight ultimately? We didn't get to fight Mannimarco, but the modded Mannimarco is much cooler. So much meme material, right? Oh my god. There is this YouTuber, and I don't know if you guys know him. He was a Oblivion YouTuber. His name was Wilburger, and he created a series called Autism Cat. And I've been binge watching his videos because he's hilarious. He's absolutely like hilarious. I love that dude. He's he takes the best of what Oblivion is. The DNA of the soul? Yes! Oblivion made magic way too hard to use efficiently. I would say yes and no. Like, if you had the touch spells, like Flame Touch, Shock Touch, stuff like that, you would have an easier time generally. Ah, Verdant Tome! Gimme! Oh, I could feel the footsteps too. Oh, he's coming after me! Go away, nobody likes you. Oh no. Is he still gonna follow me? Oh, we got an exploit! Ha 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 ha! Exploit, exploit. Unless he starts coming through the trees, that's when the boss music starts. Alright. Use your environment, my dudes. But yeah, I like content creators like him. Combing through the trees? Yes. You have to cheat to make it broken. Oblivion magic. To make OP spells, one need 500 plus mana to use that spell. Also need a lot of money to make that spell. Yeah, it can get kind of annoying sometimes for like the balancing and whatnot on that. But yeah, dude, memes, DNA of the soul. Have you guys seen that video of Liquid Snake talking about Big Chungus? Like, he was literally talking about it as trying to explain it. Oh god, as trying to explain it, so to speak. And I thought that was hilarious because he was so serious about it too. He was just so serious about it. It's like, brother, Big Chungus. We are not defined by the Chungus. One sec. Gotta poison this dude here. Nope. And you're slowly dying of poison. Nope, not today. But that's one of the new armors. Well, kind of. Ooh, Sacrificial Blade! Right. Great to catch you, but it's getting late. Have a good one. Ron! Dude, Ronsworth, it's good to see you again, my dude. Thanks for coming on in and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And hey, we need to talk more, my dude. By the way, if you guys can, please check out Ronsworth. He's a pretty cool guy, and I've known him for a while when it comes to streaming on here. Where did we meet, actually? Did we meet through Legion? I think we might have met through Legion, if I'm not mistaken. One sec. Yeah, it's been a while, man. Hell yeah. I need to actually shout my dude out. One sec, I have to remember how to do this. Ron Stanworth. My apologies if I kept getting her name wrong, by the way. Through Joshy. I think he was in there. Oh yeah, Mr. Joshy was in there. I haven't spoken to Mr. Joshy in a long time, though. How is Mr. Joshy? The Surge, too. Oh, good, my dude. Appreciate that. Shout out. Absolutely, Matt. Hey, you're one of the dudes who originally was here and so on. You're one of the people I actually used to, talk to and so on. You, Mr. Joshy, Clickbait, MC, all of you guys. I missed you guys. Absolutely. He's good? Hell yeah, man. There we go. But yeah, it's just, to me, that really is a cool thing to remember and see because, like, that was... I know. Have a good one, man. But yeah, that's why I like Legion, and that I really like Legion and so on. I still support the hell out of them if I can, because I have, like, their link in my, my About Me, I think, on the Twitch. Yeah. And, that's just it. They were a group of people wanting to help out other streamers. And that's freaking cool. That's awesome. I wished more people did that. And, to me, streaming, I don't really think about streaming as trying to get big or trying to get anything like that. No. I like just being myself around it. And honestly, my personality will never allow me to get super big. And that's alright. Because what I want out of it is not necessarily money or fame. Those things are superficial. What I've gained is something better. I gained the freedom to be myself. I have the integrity to not give up who I am. And the third part, I have met wonderful and amazing people who I'm actually able to be myself around, conversate with on a normal level, and be able to actually have satiating conversations with them. That is something I would never trade. Never. Because to me, at the end of the day, there are things that have more value. And that definitely has more value. Because if a man can be honest with himself, and be honest with others, and be himself around others, that is a true power in upon itself. That's something that we don't often get to see people express, and people often suffer through not being able to. And isn't that a tragedy? Imagine not being able to be yourself, having to put on a face for other people to get them to like you. That sounds like a hell, honestly. That sounds like a reality that's just too cold, too bitter, too strenuous. I could never do it, in all honesty. I would hate every second of it, hate every minute. Because think about what you would have to sacrifice in order to gain something superficial. To look at it with, through the eyes of a hollow, essentially. It's just, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, my dudes. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people realize what they sacrifice in order for what they gain. Because in this world, in this life, everything you want, everything you are, everything you desire, always requires a sacrifice. Everything. You want to go to the gym, you want to get strong, okay, you need to sacrifice your time, and you need to sacrifice chocolate cake. And that sucks, because I fucking love chocolate. But you would have to eat it more sparingly, or get rid of soda pop. And, you think about that, you think about what you sacrifice for what you'll gain. Because that's what this world is. For everything you do, everything you want, everything is a constant tax. Everything is a constant price to pay. Yet, in the end, we choose what we choose to pay towards and what we fund. By the way, I still wanted to do some Pokemon Showdown eventually. So we should be able to do that here in a few days from now. Give Druid Tome, Verdant Tome. Okay, what can we learn now? Carapace. Ooh, ooh. That looks good. Water Dart. Water Orb. Deluge. Summon heavy rainfall, transferring life essence of your enemies to you. What? Dude, that's insane. We can call it Gru eventually. But we like our sewer guy, our sewer thing. Living Flame. We already have one of those. Ooh, Virulent Strike. But we need like 20, or no. Yeah, 20 faith. And we have like 16 faith. Ugh. Fine, we'll get one of those. I guess. But Water Orb. That looks like it's gonna be fun. How much do we have? Let's use this boy here, and boom. Alright, and let's go and see if we can get towards more of attunement. Which we can now level up at the bonfire, which is a big improvement. Oh, wow. Even throughout all of that, not enough, huh? Oh, it says 16 faith. I think it's because we got like a ring on 1, 2, 3, 4. Not able to fully get it yet. That sucks. Attune spell. Water Dart. Take off. We're gonna go for... See, Carapace looks like it'd be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. That looks really awesome. But throw a water-filled projectile at our enemies. The affected life essence could be applied to water as well. The source of all life. When properly manipulated, it can be used to devastating effect. Okay, well, we haven't tried that out yet. But this also is very nice. Yeah, let's try out Water Orb. Why not? But we're also missing something. Let's go to... Wait, do we not have that unlocked? Church of Sacrifices. Huh. That's weird. Didn't we have that covenant we were into? Unless... Wait, did it go away if I challenged the boss? No way. I thought we unlocked that. Hold on. Let's see if we can... Okay, we're in the Watchdogs of Farron. What if... Yeah, the Conclave. Yeah, we got the Conclave. And that helps us with the Druid stuff. So am I not able to teleport back there until I defeat the dude? I think that might be the case. Okay. Looks like we're going to go fight my dude then. I don't think we'll be able to win because of our lack of strength. Because, believe it or not, to be able to face this boss, you need a bit more strength. And he is no pushover, unfortunately. So our word might be cut out for us. Alright, we gotta be super quick. The giant might be friends with us, and if that boss gate is fogged up, then that shows we are going to fight him then. Okay, so we haven't triggered it yet, so to speak. So I'm confused. There's got to be a way to get back there then. Hmm. What I'm guessing is likely going to be the actual genuine answer. We're likely going to have to go over here. God, I'm trying to get my brain working for a few seconds here. Okay. Now I remember where to go. But I'm hoping this is the truth. Because if that's the case, we can get there right now. Unless he's hostile towards us, which means we've already been there. Oh, come on. Oh! Yes! So we actually saved ourselves by not going to fight him. So which means we get to go and get that bonfire that was mysteriously missing. I like how he still has the bowl with him too. Originally, this is the Mound Maker's Covenant, which is for the purple or mad spirit, so to speak. So yeah, this is the second phase of the boss when we come up from down, or up there, which the boss is right above us. But yeah, this is just gorgeous. Look at this. This was not in here in vanilla, and this mod is just beautiful. The particle effects, everything. Lush, green, and verdant. Is there a bonfire here? I thought there would be. Oh, thanks, Ben. So there is no bonfire here. Even though it would be nice if there was. I think there's one when we defeat the boss. But I don't want to defeat the boss just yet. Okay, so we can get like Boots of the Conclave. Yeah, we can get a wolf head even. And a living crystal bardiche. Wow. Water surge. Essence shatter. Huh. Release an essence crystal into the air, then falls on enemies with a massive explosion. Cover your body with radiant life crystals. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Slowly healing yourself and nearby summons. That could be helpful. Call a ravenous lizard. This would be nice because these guys are really chonky. So we definitely want to invest into something like that. But the living crystal stuff. We're gonna get this though. We gotta get the crown. This looks pretty cool. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Okay. Alright, that's awesome. That's cool. We take a literal wolf's head from the game and just put it on us. Dude, that's sick. I guess we're going as Saberwolf from Killer Instinct then. Literal perfection. Oh, let's see here. Hood of the Master of the Druids. By adorning the skin of a predator, druids can increase their power further. Dominance of nature was frowned upon by some druids, but most accepted it as natural evolution of their magics. The wolf that made this armor was once a valiant companion, but inevitably met its end by the hunger of the deep. Effect: reduces FP consumption of conjurations by 6%, increases magic damage by 2%, increases FP and SP regeneration rate. All right. Yeah, a lot of the clothes now have increases attunement by 2, increases magic absorption by 6. So yeah, you can stack effects now on each other, and then so that is pretty awesome. After you restart, yep, you can just literally do all of that. It's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. All right. Well, I guess we're King of the Wolves now, guys. Onto the Dread Keep with my other build. Nice. Take the plunge, you won't die. They all said. Takes the plunge once, gets nearly off center, dies once. What is this? Alright, so I don't think we're going to be able to come back here with relative ease. But we can summon an Elder Gru! Dude! You know those big dudes with like the big trees, hammers, and like stuff like that? Oh. Dude, we can get one of those, or we can get a Ravenous Crystal Lizard. Oh, that's like 10,000 though. Wait, does that say 10,000? Does that say 100,000? No, that's 10,000. I was gonna say, yeah, man, we could definitely get a lot of good stuff from this Covenant that would make this game so much more fun, so much more content. But yeah, man. Oh. Okay, the Druid class is pretty awesome, guys. This class is great. Alright, well, we've been streaming for 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 12 seconds. So, I wanted to say to you guys tonight, thank you. Thank you for coming on by. Thank you for hanging out. And, we're gonna see if we can go invade someone. By that, I mean we're going to... That's right, I'm gonna say the word! I'm gonna say it! We're gonna raid someone. But we have to exit the game normally so we don't lose any stuff here. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you for joining with me here today. I will likely be back on tomorrow or the next day. But we have a lot of games to play this September, or remaining September. And we'll be playing a lot in October. Believe that. There's a lot of Halloweenish games we need to play. Including Dead Space. Yeah, we're going to play the full thing of Dead Space here. Or at least Dead Space 1. I never completed Dead Space 1, but yet I hear it's one of the most horrifying. So, let's take a look here to see who's online. One moment, guys. Alright. Let's see who's currently online. We have a decent amount of people. So... Oh, I got one. Let's go raid McMurphy. See if we can get his name absolutely correct here. Alright. And just like that, we're going to go after McMurphy. So I want to thank you guys here again today. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate our conversations. And hey, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably play some more Dark Souls 3 Convergence mod. But we might turn it into a double stream. We might turn it into a stream of playing that. And then I was thinking about playing a little bit of Oblivion. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.